Hey everyone, so what we're going to do today is we are going to use the SketchPad. SketchPad 5.1, you want to make sure it's 5.1 and not 4.1. And what we're going to do is we're going to make a little garden in there, and you can feel free to change your garden however you want. It does not have to look exactly like mine, but I'm just going to show you a couple different tools for doing that. All right, let's see what you got. Okay, so once you're in SketchPad, what you want to do is you want to click that plus sign there on the left-hand side. You want to click blank, and you want to click size of viewpoint. And then when you're done, you can hit that red create button. That will give you a nice blank canvas for you to start with. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start by making my sky. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on that vector fill button. I'm going to select the color I want. I want to go with a linear one. And once I do that, I'm just going to click outside of that box, and there it will show up. Again, that line going across the middle, what that's going to do is if I move it, I can change the direction of it. I can decide how stretched out that gradation is and which direction it goes in. So once I have that set, I'm going to move on to making the ground. I'm just getting it all lined up. Sometimes that does take a minute or two to get all figured out. Once I'm done with that, what I'm going to use, and this is only one way, it does not have to be the only way, I'm going to use the rectangle tool, so I'm going to go back and select that. I am going to then click on a color that I would like for the ground. I want it to be a grassy green, and I do really like using these linear ones, so I'm going to use the linear tool there. And I'm going to use that green. I'm going to get rid of the outline because I don't think I need an outline. And then I'm going to hide that box, and I am just going to make my grass right there. And there is my grass. And the next thing I want to do is I want to make my brown garden patch. So the tool I'm going to use for that today is I'm going to use the line tool. So I have to go back to the brushes section, click on line, and once I click on line, I'm going to give it a fill color, and I'm going to give it an outline color. I want these to match. I'm just going to look around for different colors, and ultimately I think I'm going to go with a linear color again. I think it just makes it look a little bit more three-dimensional, but you can also choose a flat brown as well for this. It is your choice completely because this is your art project. Never be afraid to try to change something or make it a little different. So now that I have that, I'm just going to click where I want my top to go. I want it to come out. You can see it's starting to fill. Well, I think I'm going to make that a little further, and then I always want to close that, so I go back to that very first point and click on top of that, and that will close this shape. Now it's time to add some of my plants that are growing in my garden. I'm going to start with some flowers, so I'm going to just do it sort of the easy way, and I'm going to click on the clip art, that little smiley face button, and to narrow my results, because there are over 5,000 images in here, I'm going to type in the word flower, look through them, and I'm going to go with this one that looks kind of like a peony. Notice mine is a little see-through. That's because my opacity was played with, so I just want to make that as bright as possible. I'm going to change the size. I'm going to change the location. I might copy and paste a couple of these. Remember, every time you click outside of that flower, you are going to create another flower. So if you want to stop doing that and just edit that one flower over and over again, what you would need to do is you would need to go up to that little arrow tool in the upper left-hand corner called the select tool. But for now, I'm fine. I'm just making a bunch of flowers, and then I'm just going to adjust the sizes of those flowers and the placement of them until I'm happy with that. Notice you can move things, make them smaller, larger, What I'm doing right here is I'm trying to get them lined up in a row like they were planted in a row. And I'm trying to make them a little bit smaller the further that they go back, because as we have learned from perspective, when things are further away, they appear smaller. So I'm just playing around with that just a little bit. You can also use this tool, and if you need to send something back in space, if something's overlapping it, like that one is a little bit, I'm using the back, or you can take the one in front of it, select on that, and you can send it forward. And now it is overlapping in the correct order. So now I'm going to go back to the clip art tool. I'm going to try finding another flower, see what I like. There are lots of them. I can keep going down. But what I think I'm going to go with are those sunflowers. I'm going to make them smaller because they came out pretty large. And then I'm just going to resize, keep making more and putting them in those rows. You can play around with the placement of these as well. If you do select something and you move it and you make a mistake, I do want to point out there is a button on the left-hand side that looks like a little curved arrow, and that is the fourth button down from the top on the left-hand side, and that button is the undo button. And if you hover over top of it, the undo button is right there. So the next thing I'm going to try searching for is trees, because I want to add a tree to my picture. There are lots of different trees to choose from. I'm going to move that one over and make it a little bigger. Put it to the side. Once I find my placement and size, I'm going to go ahead and find the next thing that I want to click on and change. So I'm going to go back to clip art, search. I'm going to try a different keyword this time. I'm just going to try garden. See what pops up. I think those spinach or lettuce leaves that they have there, those might be kind of cool if I rotate them. So I'm going to make them a little bigger. I'm going to rotate them so they're sort of standing up. And then what I'm going to do this time is I am going to use my keyboard, and I'm going to use the controls for Command C, Command C, Command C, and Command V. So I can copy and paste those, and I'm just going to line these up. So it's a nice row of a leafy plant growing. And I think I'm going to add one more plant to my garden, so I am going to go ahead, and this time I'm going to check out vegetable, because vegetables often grow in gardens. This does not have to be a flower garden. And I'm going to go with those sort of 4 clumps of cabbages that are on that bottom part there. And I'm just resizing them, pasting them, and lining them up. Finding the right placement so it looks the best. This time again, I'm making it a little bit larger each time. That last one's not really fitting, so once I resize it, I'm just going to adjust those in the back a little bit more. Now I think I have my garden all set, but what I want to do is I want to make this a little bit more of a complete picture. So I'm going to add some clouds to the sky, and what I'm going to use is the stamp tool. So that's under the brushes section. I want to select stamp, and I want to go ahead and search for the word cloud. Since I know what I want, I'm going to pick whichever cloud I want. If I wanted to later on, I could change whatever clouds. And then what's important here is I don't want my clouds to be brown, so I want to change the fill color, and I want to change the outline color. And then I do want to play around with the size, so I'm playing around with some of these tools here. What's nice about SketchPad is it always gives you, it sort of shows you what it's going to look like beforehand, so you can just adjust to that. And it gives you that little preview box that shows up as you adjust them. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and do one click tap for each one of these so that I don't have a big line of them. I just want to do individual taps, individual stamp taps. All right, and I think that's good. And for my last thing that I want to add to my picture is I want to go back to the clip art. I want to do a search for a sunshine, and then I am just going to add that sunshine right into there. So whichever one I want, find the spot for it. Notice I switched to the select tool. You can either make it larger or smaller. I think I like it a little smaller because the sun is pretty far away from us. And then the last thing what we're going to do is you can get rid of that, make sure your picture is completely full. Then you're going to go down to the export button, which is down on the bottom left, and then you're just going to hit export and that will show up for you. After that, what you can do is you can email me your picture to my email address, and I would love to see what you've created. Good job.